When did the family who called you a monster come crawling back for help? For years, my brother said I was obsessed. Every time something happened in the neighborhood, I'd be the first to say, lock your doors, check the locks. They laughed, called me paranoid, called me a buzzkill. Even my mom said I lived like a prisoner in my own house. It started back when I was 19. I was walking home from work one night and some guy followed me from the bus stop. Didn't touch me, but he whispered gross stuff the whole way and stood outside my building for hours. After that, I couldn't shake it. I started carrying pepper spray, checking every car that parked near our house, making notes on who lived where. By my late 20s, I lived alone. No parties, no late nights, cameras on every corner of my apartment. Family dinners were the worst. My brother James loved to joke, here comes the FBI agent. My sister Kayla would roll her eyes when I asked who was babysitting her kids. It was always the same. I was overreacting. Last summer, Kayla moved into a new place across town. She bragged about the cheap rent. I didn't like it. Too many boarded windows, too many strangers hanging around. I drove by one night just to see. Place felt wrong. Guys smoking on the corner, staring at every car that slowed down. I told her to keep the kids inside. She told me to mind my own business. Then one Friday night, my phone buzzed at 1:13 a.m. It was my nephew Daniel. He's only 12. He whispered so quiet I almost didn't hear him. Auntie, there's a man at the back door. He's trying to open it. Mom's asleep. My whole body went cold. I asked where he was. He said hiding in the bathroom with his sister. I told him not to move. Stay quiet. Lock the door. I called Kayla. She picked up groggy and annoyed. You're crazy. It's probably the wind. Stop scaring my kids with your paranoia. She hung up. I called 911 anyway. Told them everything. I was already driving across town barefoot in sweatpants. When I pulled up, I stayed with my headlights off. Their kitchen light was on. A shadow moved across the window. Then I saw him. A man trying the back door with something metal in his hand. He was tall, hood up. My heart was hammering. 2 police cars showed up 5 minutes later, lights off. They caught him in the yard, not some random drunk. He had a knife, zip ties, and a backpack full of duct tape. Later, they said he'd been watching houses in the area for weeks. Kayla stood on the lawn shaking, holding both kids. She looked at me like she didn't even recognize me, like she was seeing me for the first time. James pulled up later, face pale, no jokes this time. The next morning, my mom called crying. She said she never should have laughed at me. She said, you saved them. 3 days later, Kayla showed up at my apartment. She didn't knock right away, just stood there on the other side of the door, quiet. When I opened it, she burst into tears, mascara smeared, face red. She grabbed my arm so tight it hurt. I should have listened, she said. I should have listened. You saved my kids. And for the first time in years, nobody called me paranoid. Nobody laughed. They just looked at me like,